It don't happen, oh, my Biafran people. All my southeasterners where they this house. Congratulations to all of you now. This government don't remember one of our brother. Where in name be somebody or Gala Emmanuel as a chief naval staff abi Kilombe. Now so they take carry give am. The man is heard from Iberibe, North Enugu State. So the thing take this. So my wonderful people, make gonna hear this breaking news and what Ohanaeze Igbo said to Malam Chifu and Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Make gonna hear him clear. This one a round-up story. So after this one, I go hear my voice again tomorrow because body no be firewood. At least make I try other things now. Make person no go shout until I get headache. Service chiefs for 8 good years we cried and shouted. Ohanaeze Igbo commend Tinubu, and I hope this changing of the service chiefs or retiring them or changing them or sacking them or demoting them will solve the issue or the problem of insecurity we are having in the nation. Sometimes all these service chiefs might not be the problem because the grand commanding officer or grand officer commanding whatever that a GOC, most of them are the problems we are having in different barracks. Look at the one they brought to Enugu State. They say that one they pursue him from Kaduna. He's just a bandit. He came to Enugu State, Abi 82 division, Abi 82 battalion Enugu, and scatter everything that have to do with Enugu State because anywhere he goes, according to them, according to the news, then they said he moved with his own bandits, where they send to rob, to kidnap, to maim and kill people. Because all those people, when they are in operation, even if you like, let all the whole Enugu State carry phone, call a 2 division Enugu, my dear brother, sister, no any military will ever respond to that very call. Simply because they are the boys of this particular GOC of Enugu 82 division. So I hope that all these ones will surely, I repeat, we surely solve the problem of insecurity both in the southeast, south, southwest, northeast, northwest, and also north central. That is the only thing that the poor masses are crying for. Give us security, good road, light, and what? And water. You people can even keep on drinking that crude oil with our family till eternity. But what is so difficult for this government to do for just ordinary poor people who only depend on their farm products? Just give them security so that they can go to their farm peacefully and return back home peacefully. See yet, they say they hear. Anyway, no good, I go judge our case. May we proceed. If you never subscribe, do that ASAP. Turn on the notification button so that you will be getting updates each time I go live or post something on this channel. Most especially or importantly, make sure you do what? You share, comment, and like. All the very, very important part. Abeg Igbo Social Cultural Organization or Ohanaeze Igbo Youth Council Worldwide has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointing an Igbo man as one of the chief or one of the service chiefs. Nigeria will recall that Tinubu on Monday sacked service chiefs and announced their replacements. One of them, Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, who was named the chief of naval staff, is from Enugu State. Reacting to the development via a statement made available to this online publication on Tuesday, the national president of the Igbo group, Mazi Oku Nnabuike, stated that Tinubu had finally taken a bold step towards national healing as he promised the citizens. The Abeg Igbo group praised Tinubu for not turning a deaf ear to their cries, unlike his predecessor, Muhammadu Buhari. Oku said, "For good 8 years we cried, we shouted on top of our voices that no Igbo man is among the top security echelon of the country, but former President Muhammadu Buhari turned deaf ear simply because he just chose to marginalize the Igbos. He made sure that Ndi Igbo were subjugated under his administration over just within a few days in power. President Tinubu has demonstrated total readiness to right those wrongs or to rewrite those wrongs." Speaking further, Oku stated that the appointment of Ogala from Enugu State is a clear testimony to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's desire to reunite the country. The immediate past administration handed over to him a very fragmented country like never before. Who then sold the entire paper to us? No be the same people. Now the same people and the same the same person. However, Mr. President's actions so far have given home to Nigerians that good things are ahead. We hope so. This also come a few days after our own Frank Mba, another proud Igbo son, was promoted from AIG to DIG of police. Well, so be it, yo. That's all we take be. Make una do what? Make una the jollificate, because the government don't remember each and every one of you. May we proceed with other news that we have this Tuesday afternoon. Tunumbu Bayo Ononuga reveals state and region of new security chiefs. The Director Media and Publicity of the defunct Tunumbu Shetima campaign organization, Bayo Ononuga, has dismissed accusations of nepotism in the appointment of the new service chiefs. Recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Monday sacked all service chiefs and announced their immediate replacements. The rejigging of the security architecture was disclosed in a statement from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, which is Ndume something. Giving clarification on Monday through his official Twitter handle, Ononuga stated that Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, Chief of Naval Staff, is from Southeast Enugu, and Major General Ekpa Odiandenyi, Chief of Defense Intelligence, hails from South Obudu, Cross River State, adding that the appointment spread across the major geopolitical zones in the country. Let us take a look. He wrote, here is a breakdown of the state and region of service chiefs. One is Malam Nuhu Ribadu, National Security Advisor, North Adamawa. Number 2, we have Major General C.G. Musa, Chief of Defense Staff, North Southern Kaduna. Number 3, we have Major General Taurid Abiodun Labaja, Chief of Army Staff, Southwest. 4, Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, Chief of Naval Staff, Southeast Enugu State. Number 5, AVM HB Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff, North. Then number 6, DIG Kayode Ebotukon, Acting Inspector General of Police, Southwest. Number 7, Major General Ekpa Odiandenyi, Chief of Defense Intelligence, South Obudu, Cross River State. For those accusing the Tinubu government of nepotism, the Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, is from Iberibe North, local government area of Enugu State. The Chief of Intelligence is from Cross River. Critics should try to dig for information before rushing to judgment, according to Bayo Ononuga. Buhari, Mamandaura, Tunde Sabiu allegedly flew Nigeria amid potential legal scrutiny. Hey, so they don't start to run. Okay, now run. Continue running. Ex-President Muhammadu Buhari, his uncle Mamandaura, and nephew Sabiu Tunde Yusuf have all left Nigeria for London, UK. That is where they always go to hide. And UK will not tell them to go back to their country to face whatever challenges they have or whatever scrutiny that the government want to do on them. That is why I see UK as an enemy of the progress of Nigeria in all ramifications. Sahara reporters revealed that the trio departed the country using a private jet provided by billionaire Alhaji Aliko Dangote, part of the problem we are having in Nigeria. That is Dangote. According to the platform, the decision to leave might be tied to increasing pressures from Nigeria's secret police, the Department of State Service (DSS), to arrest Sabiu, who has been implicated in various corrupt activities over the past 8 years. DSS already has Godwin Emefiele, the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, and Abdulrasheed Bawa, the suspended chairman of the anti-corruption body Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC), under scrutiny. Yusuf, allegedly one of the richest young men in Nigeria, is noted to have made his initial living from selling cars in his hometown Daura before being appointed by Buhari. Okay, this is that what Sani always used to do example. Hey, Wahala. Oh. He has allegedly managed to secure diplomatic immunity from prosecution through an appointment to the National Intelligence Agency. Hey, Wahala. Insider source that spoke with the platform indicated that Yusuf recently spent $100 million to help Kano-born oil billionaire Alhaji Awalu Abdullahi Rano start Rano Air. Somebody who is selling the recharge card in Daura spent over $100 million to start a Rano Air, an airline incorporated in 2021. Additional source claimed Yusuf owns several properties in Abuja and has heavily invested in fuel stations across Nigeria. It is also noted that to have had multiple bank accounts housing billions of naira in Nigeria. In June of 2020, Sahara reporters highlighted that Yusuf, along with other officials, had been a part of an inflated property deal for the transmission company of Nigeria in Abuja. Despite no approval from the Ministry of Work and Housing, the purchase of the property was planned at an exorbitantly inflated price, allegedly provided a kickback to the involved parties. The Ministry of Power was reportedly pushing this deal despite oppositions. Wahala no dey finish. Asare Dokubo Sowore identifies location of biggest oil thieves in Nigeria. Let us see the identities. The African Action Congress AAC presidential candidate in the last general election, Ohanaeze Sowore, has alleged that the biggest oil thieves in Nigeria are not in Niger Delta but in Aso Rock, Abuja. The politicians and news publishers alleged this while reacting to the comments of the former militant leader in the Niger Delta, Asare Dokubo, when he visited President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa, Abuja, last Friday. Nigerians recall that during his visit to Aso Rock Villa, Dokubo accused the Nigerian army and the Nigerian Navy of being at the forefront of the oil stealing in the Niger Delta. However, while speaking at the 10th anniversary of the Health of a Mother Earth Foundation and book launch in Abuja, Sowore in Lampon, Dakubo, saying he only succeeded in reporting oil thieves to real oil thieves. Wahala. Sowore said, I want to thank our traditional ruler for talking about oil thieves, but he didn't want to mention their names. I saw Asare Dokubo. He went to Aso Rock to mention the people who are stealing oil, and I was laughing that Asare went to report oil thieves to oil thieves. The biggest oil thieves are here and not in the Niger Delta. Tinubu's arrogance will land him in trouble, Charlie Boy speaks. Veteran Nigerian singer and activist Charles Chukwuemeka Oputa, better known or popularly known as Charlie Boy, the area father, on Tuesday said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is arrogant and that is his attitude. That his attitude will eventually land him in trouble. In a post via his Twitter page, Charlie Boy said he is surprised that some Nigerians are hailing Tinubu after a few days in office as Nigeria's president. According to him, all that the president is doing now is helping him buy public opinion and acceptance by Mumu Nigerians and distract them while his administration achieved its major aim. Charlie Boy, however, said Tinubu cannot cage the country as he did in Lagos when he was governor of Lagos State. Only me just dey laugh for the mumus wey dey clap for Tinubu. Many of us know say all this one we dey do na wash according to area father, but him arrogance and do anyhowness go land am for trouble. Him fit cage Lagos but never Nigeria, according to area father. All these 419 moves is designed to buy needed public opinion and acceptance by Mumu Nigerians and distract them while they achieve their major aim. No talk say na area father, no tell us. Charlie Boy wrote on the microblogging platform. Nigerian governor disguises rides keke to inspect dirty public hospital. Then who can take the video? That is the question. Nigeria on our way down. Nigeria is a cruise now. You don't know. Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliu has disguised himself and visited the state's specialist hospital to ascertain the quality of the service provided to the residents. The governor's press secretary Abubakar Bawa, in a statement on Monday, disclosed that the governor's decision to visit the facility unannounced followed a series of concerns raised by Sokoto residents over poor service delivery. The statement added that other concerns that forced the governor to visit the hospital were dilapidated structures, erratic power supply, shortage of staff, and lack of functional medical equipment, among others. The governor visited the hospital in a tricycle to get first-hand information from his workers. I was surprised what I saw during my visit to the hospital, which lasted for 4 hours. It afforded me the opportunity to see the things myself, Mr. Aliu explained. Patients and their relatives are subjected to all kinds of hazardous situations owing to the dirty environment and lack of functional equipment in the medical facility. The Sokoto governor added, patient relatives rely solely on their personal attractive source of power due to erratic electricity supply in the hospital. Therefore, I have directed the management of the hospital to see me for further discussion on how to remedy the situation. The poor state of things at the hospital may not be unconnected with the inability of past administration to release the monthly allocations due to the hospital. President Tinubu asked to probe retired custom boss Hamid Ali. Stakeholders in the maritime industry have commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the removal of the Controller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Hamid Ali. Nigeria News record that Tinubu on Monday retired Ali and replaced him with Wale Adeniyi as the acting DG of Customs. This was made known in a statement to newsmen by the Secretary of the Government of the Federation. Reacting to Ali's removal, stakeholders have called for his probe for the destruction of trade facilitation in the industry and the economy at large. They said Ali imposed several anti-trade policies that hinder trade facilitations in the country while driving investors and cargoes to other neighboring countries, making the country lose billions of dollars. Speaking to The Guardian, a former member of the Presidential Committee on Destination Inspection and the Ministerial Committee on Physical Policy and Import Clearance Procedure, Lucky Ameworo, said Ali's removal is for the betterment of the maritime industry and the economy. He advised President Tinubu to avoid making such mistakes or political appointment in the industry. Ameworo urged Tinubu to probe the activities of the Ali in his years in the Nigerian Customs serving, noting that a lot of things went wrong during his regime. He said Tinubu should probe Ali's activities in the Nigerian Customs Service because a lot of things went wrong. He destroyed the maritime system. Customs is not a military service. It is a procedure service that has linkage with the World Customs Organization. He doesn't know anything about customs operation. That is the people they are appointing now. What do you expect him to do? Even Minister of Education came out openly and confessed that he knows nothing about it when Muhammadu Buhari called him and told him to take up the task. He came to reform customs by destroying the entire system. There is need for the organization of customs and probing his activities for the number of years he spent in the service. On his part, the National Public Relations Officer of the Association of Registered Freight Forwarders of Nigeria, Taiwo Fato Milola, said Ali's removal is the biggest thing to happen in Nigeria, especially the economy, importation, and the entire maritime industry. Removing Ali is the best thing in Nigeria because he has been a cause to the economy and trade facilitations. He doesn't have any single understanding of how customs operate. He's just a political appointee by the former president Muhammadu Buhari. That is what he keeps doing. When he was there, he allowed the embattled governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, to determine what happens in the customs, the targets, and talking about benefits. You see him? For Emefiele to stay at the pre-arrival assessment report is an advisory note. It shouldn't be. His removal is the best for the Nigerian economy, importation, and for the entire maritime industry, he said. We are moving forward, though. Please do not be tired. You are not poisoned. It was too much alcohol that affected your organs. Article S fires Wike. Hey, okay. Somebody commented this when I give this news earlier. To my friend, say it's the alcohol that is the man is ingesting. The disclosure by the immediate past Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, that he was poisoned at the Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has been faulted by Frank Shaibu, the Special Assistant on Public Communications to Atiku Abubakar, the 2023 PDP presidential candidate. According to Shaibu, the failure of Wike's kidney and liver, as revealed by the former governor, is as a result of excessive alcohol drinking and not food poisoning. Nigerians recalled what Wike, during a special Thanksgiving service on Sunday organized by his family at the St. Peter's Dinare, Rumukurikom, Obiakpo, alleged that he was poisoned at the PDP Secretariat in 2018, resulting in the failure of his liver and kidney. He added that he had to be flown out of the country for medical attention in order to save his life. However, Shuaibu disagreed with Wike's submission, posting that that the former governor's love for alcohol, particularly whiskey, is what was responsible for his health challenges. Governor Wike has always been open about his intense and undubitable love for whiskey. He even said back in March that he was sipping a 40-year-old whiskey with his friends while watching Atiku and others protesting on TV at 11 a.m. Governor Wike has also been seen drinking and dancing in videos, including one he did with former Governor Rochas Okorocha. If Wike was indeed poisoned and his organs failed, he ought to be a teetotaler by now and reduce his drinking. I'm not a medical doctor, but it is general knowledge that excessive alcohol consumption leads to high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, digestive problems, and cancer of the breast, mouth, throat, esophagus, voice box, liver, colon, and rectum, he said, according to Frank Shaibu. Shaibu called on Wike to stop blaming food poisoning but accept his love for alcohol is responsible for his organ failure, including his hoarse voice. Other ailments associated with excessive drinking include weakening of the immune system, increasing the chances of getting sick, learning and memory problems, including dementia and poor sexual performance. Wike should look inwards. Let us assume that he was poisoned by food. Was his hoarse and husky voice also caused by food poisoning? Articles head submitted. We're gonna continue to analyze Wike's performance and whatever it is. Emefiele and Bawa